consciousness clearing flow. So I picked there are a lot of, there's like, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 more things you could pick, hundreds, you can pick up from somebody. I picked 3 really common ones, 3 areas. 3 areas. So the first 2 steps are surrender into spirit, and the second one is become aware of that there's something to pick up from another person. You don't have to know what it is yet. Just we could be like, I feel funky. And let's talk, this is a really important thing. How do you know when it's something from somebody else, or if it's just your own memory surfacing, or you picked up negativity? How do you know it's something from someone else? That's subjective. It's for me, I love it. Someone was giving me some feedback with a script, and she said for her, and I thought this was a great description, and she's done a ton of consciousness clearing work, and she said, I know I picked up something from someone else when I feel compelled to do something for them, and I'm not neutral. I don't want to do it for them, or I feel like I have to do it. And somebody else is like, you don't have to, and like, no, I have to do it, right? That I feel like, and then when then I would clear, then I could make the choice out of a neutrality. Well, I don't know, is it the highest good? No, thank you for asking. No. The big key on if it's something from someone else is it's not mine. It doesn't feel like it's mine, or it feels like I picked up something from someone else, and there's something in me to clear. Make sense? Yeah? Okay. First thing is just become aware of something to clear. So, Tina, are you aware that there's you don't have to know what it is or who it's from or any details, but are you aware that there's something to clear related to somebody else? Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you know who it's from?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So she knows who it's from, so that's easy. So you go right to step 4. Now, we don't always know who it's from. In fact, most of the time, I don't know who it's from. I mean, I do have my usual suspects, but we all have our usual suspects, right? Until we don't. Here's the fantastic, wonderful thing. You close karmic openings. That's what clearing does. It closes karmic openings, which is fantastic. So it's like if you're with Susie Q, and if I'm constantly picking up stuff from Susie Q, and I keep clearing it, she will have less karmic, I will have less karmic openings. Clearing closes a karmic openings until eventually, I could be around Susie Q, she could be ranting and raving and wanting to off with my head, and I'm not picking up anything because I've closed the karmic openings. And once they know who it is, move to step 4. Now we need to know, Tina, what you picked up. And we have 3 areas. Now you're going to say to the person, so what did you pick up? Pick 1 for now. And then you read them the 3 areas and let them, if they've already read the sheet and they know what it is, you don't have to read them the areas. Okay, psychic manipulation. They want you to do or think something. And that's the thing we're talking about if somebody's like, if it's like, I just feel compelled to do what I'm just making this up because my mother-in-law wants me to do, and it's like, I don't want to, I don't feel great about it, but I don't know, I can't not do it. Mm-hmm. That's psychic manipulation. Does that make sense? Everybody got psychic manipulation. Curse area. They want to limit your success or fulfillment, right? We don't like this area, but it's a thing, I know, but better to clear it, right? Better to clear it. Do not judge them. We all do it. Taking on another's emotion or negativity. And by the way, if you pick up a lot of stuff from someone, I would say maybe give that relationship a break, clear the karmic openings, relax, get good at clearing, and then see if you want to hang out with them again. And even if they're implanting you to do something that you want to do, like you now have a mad crush on Joe, and Joe's implanting you that you should want and desire him. That's a very common implant. You can write that one down. Want and desire me. You should want and desire me. So even if I want and desire Joe, I don't want to do it out of a manipulation from Joe. I want to do it out of clarity. Okay? And the other one is taking on another's emotion or negativity. So that's if I'm with somebody who's really sad, or I'm with somebody who's really angry, or whatever, and I have karmic, usually it's over responsibility. So Tina, do you know which area it is?
Yeah, it's taking on another's emotion or negativity.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so pick one of the following which best describes what you took on. And then we have areas, sadness area. There's a lot more of these. I just simplified it and gave you 5. The anger area, stress area, a different emotion. If so, what? Or negativity. You don't have to isolate what negativity, okay, for this purpose. So do you have a sense of what? Can I work in your aura, by the way, while we do this? Okay.
Go ahead. Numbness.
Great. Why is he numb?
He's very scared most of the time, and so the way he handles his fear is through just numbing down.
Okay, so you and everyone who's ever had over-responsibility, like I should have done this for my kid, my mother, my wife, my whatever, where you felt like you were responsible for their demise, I want you to bring that to mind and do this forgiveness with us. So, Tina, I want you to say these out loud. I release myself.
I release myself
From any oaths, vows, covenants.
from any oaths, vows, covenants
That you guys, you can say that out loud. That would bind me to Lucifer.
that would bind me to Lucifer
Or any of his minions.
or any of his minions.
I serve the Lord.
I serve the Lord.
I am not fallen.
I am not fallen.
I want you to say it with that energy. I am not fallen.
I am not fallen.
I serve the Lord.
I serve the Lord.
I am the light.
I am the light.
I am love.
I am love.
I am risen.
I am risen.
And so is the person I'm talking about.
And so is the person I'm talking about.
And the reason I say that is because everything is already done. There's no time and spirit. So even if that person is still making their way back up, that's just an illusion. Everything's done. They're risen. We're all in God's heart, right? So what you can do for him, what we can all do for someone we feel responsible for who's struggling, is hold the vision of their wholeness. Hold the vision of their wholeness. Hold the vision of their wholeness. Like I said when I was clearing negativity, keep your eyes on the Lord, right? Keep looking at the Lord. Keep holding the vision of their wholeness. Call their soul forward. Call their basic self forward. Have a chat. Say, this is how I see you. And then have that chat in person. Okay? Soul-to-soul communication is powerful. I have seen miracles. So, and rather than doing like, dude, seriously, stop being so morose. You shouldn't feel that way. Empathize.
I do.
Good.
I really do.
Good. So that, by the way, is a great protection. Empathy is a fantastic protection from not taking on another's emotion. So taking on his emotion, taking on his numbness. Can we slow it down, numbness, a little? Because it's hard to take on someone's numbness.
Maybe it's his despair.
Yes. Bingo. You see that? The difference there? Feel that? Yes, his despair. So now we know what it is, despair. So now we go to 6. How strong is the influence on a scale of 0 to 100? So that you would just use, muscle testing or intuition. And that's an oversimplification. It's not over, but it's a simplification of when you're finding curses or you're finding implants. You want to know how many. Is it 1 or is it 262? And what that refers to is past lives where that person put that out on you. That's why you have the karmic opening. That's why you want to know how many. And you keep working it. You'll start off with 262, and you keep clearing from that person. Eventually, it's going to be 1, and then it's going to be none, because you close that door, that karmic opening. Okay, taking on another's emotion or negativity. Over-responsibility, I need to save them. Or over-responsiveness, I'm giving my power to them. Or, and what's your sense?
Over-responsibility.
Definitely, yeah. So 99% of the time, it's going to be one of those two choices. It could be an or. I don't know, I just resonate with their despair. I also hate this world, or I also think this world's sucky. It can be both, too? Yeah, it can be both. It can be both. It's rare that it would be both, but it could be. But 99% of the time, it's going to be over-responsibility or over-responsiveness. Occasionally, it's going to be, I don't know, I just feel the same. Or it's going to be, I'm afraid of them. Like a lot of times, we'll take on stuff from our parents when we're little. Like if we have let's say we had a mother who's not well mentally, and so I took on, I'm making this up, I took on her despair because I was afraid she was going to kill herself and not be able to take care of me. Okay? That would be an example of why I took it on out of self-protection. And I didn't think that she was going to be. And also, we take it on out of, well, my shoulders are wide, put it on. Right? Not a good idea. Then you're both walking around with heavy burdens. Don't do that. So this is what you've already seen me do tonight. Release yourself from any spoken or unspoken agreements. And everybody, what agreement? Think of an agreement that you might have made with another person. Probably unspoken. I'll never leave you. You'll always be the only one. I won't be happy until you're happy. Okay? So send him love and light. And so everybody send your person love and light, whoever you made that agreement with, and it's time to let it go. Okay? Would you like to release yourself from the agreement to feel what he feels?
Yes.
So I release myself
I release myself
from the agreement.
from the agreement,
Oaths, vows, covenants,
oaths, vows, covenants,
to feel what he feels.
to feel what he feels, or to be responsible for his
Pain,
pain
despair.
or despair.
Yeah, good. Take a deep breath and let it all go. Yeah, good. So you guys are just going to read this statement. So what you're going to do is they're going to, you notice I've done a lot of tonight, like people repeating statements I'm saying, right? It's because there's a particular energy and it needs particular words. So you're going to say this statement for your partner and say it slowly so you'll say a few words at a time. I release myself from any agreements, and they'll say, I release myself from any agreements, because their eyes will be closed. They should be. If their eyes are not, tell them to close their eyes. Oaths, vows, this is long, but it actually comes out pretty quickly. Oaths, vows, covenants, actions, and or over responsibility that would bind me to, that are not for my highest good. So that's the safety plan, all right? So what do you go, well, what if it's the highest, what if that is a good agreement? Well, you're only releasing yourself from ones that are not for the highest good. Forgiveness. So we always clear past lives. We always clear anything at the end with forgiveness. That takes you also into the Christ. It takes you into the Christ plan. It does not matter if you're a Christian, a Judaism, you don't believe in Christ or whatever. It's just forgiveness brings you into grace. Owning projection. So this is all about, with clearing, you don't just get to go, well, it's all their fault. Sorry, Charlies. You got to take responsibility. Deal? We got to take personal accountability. Owning projection. Are there any ways in which you do or feel what you perceive them doing or feeling? So any ways where you go into despair or you go into like everything's just miserable and the world's going to hell?
Sure.
So now, love, you're going to give it to Spirit. So take a deep breath and give it all up to Spirit on the exhalation. Everybody, give it all up to Spirit on the exhalation. You might want to lift your hands up. Yeah, just give it all to Spirit. Good. Ask the light to fill all levels of your consciousness and body. Everybody? Yeah. Wow, so beautiful. Please give her a hand. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.